Oh no, things got ugly in my tank. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video by Reef. So before I get into this video, I just want to apologize for the audio quality in all my videos, or my past few videos. I know many of you are having issues hearing my voice and I just can't seem to dial in my mic properly. So what I've done is that I've gotten a new mic and I hope it will help. Currently I'm not using my new mic. I already bought it, so it's gonna arrive soon. And hopefully audio gets better, so do let me know if the audio is still off in 2 weeks time. And by the way, I read every single comment and I appreciate all the thoughts, questions, ideas and advice, so keep them coming. Since I started making videos on this channel, I've always had a goal to be as truthful as I can be, and I'm not the most experienced YouTuber or someone who has the most knowledge in reefing, but what I can offer is to be as truthful as I can be, and hopefully we can all learn from it. So in today's video, I'm going to give a quick update on my Nuvo 14, and as you could have seen in my previous videos about my acans and hammers, some of you might have spotted there are some form of algae on the rock and sand. And I do believe that my tank is going through an ugly phase. So on the sand bed and on the rocks, I'm getting some cyano and diatoms, and that, as per every other tank I've set up, is just very normal. I've seen people who don't go through the ugly phase, and I honestly don't know how they do it. So if you have some secret to let me know, please do. It's so puzzling because they don't even have an ugly phase even with their lights on. But for all my tanks that I set up, I have just accepted that I'll go through the ugly phase, so I learned to let it be ugly and let the tank work out itself. So for many of the algae, they appear because the tank is trying to balance itself out. So it's quite normal to see such issues. Just stick with the good husbandry and it should solve itself. Oftentimes I don't try to step in unless it gets really bad, like it starts to encroach on the corals, or the corals start to close up or be really unhappy. In most cases they don't, because I remove a large chunk of the algae as I do water changes, so eventually they all die off and the tank stabilizes and everything starts to thrive. I also tend to add in corals heavily at the start because I don't mind rocking the boat at the start. If you want to ride through the ugly phase first and add corals after, that's fine too. However, when you add in new corals, you affect the tank perimeters and that may actually start another algae bloom. So I try not to add so many corals in the later stage. But with that being said, there are corals that I don't add immediately, such as SPS or even sun corals. I never had success with them adding them early, so it's quite dependent on your tank. But for my Nuvo 14, I just wanted to have acans, hammers and some zoas, so these are quite simple corals, so adding them at the start isn't a big issue. So in order to remove most of the algae, as I mentioned, I kind of take an airline tube just to siphon the algae out, and I also stir up the sand bed just before a water change. So this helped to remove most of the algae and solve many of the algae problems that I face. So stay the course and be patient. Other than that, there are not many updates to the tank. It is still going well. The acans and hammers are slowly getting more and more happy and stabilized. I'm still working on my light intensity because even though I use a par meter, the hammers don't look very happy. They look like they're getting too much light, and I don't know if the par meter was accurate. In the meantime, I will not touch anything. I will just leave everything as it is because I'm trying not to tinker. But I might just lower my lighting just by a tinge, by about 1 to 2%, and just see how that affects the corals. Oh yes, I was also thinking of adding some corals to my sand bed. I've not decided on which particular corals just yet, but actually someone in the comments actually recommended adding a rock flower garden, and that just sounds great. I don't know if I can find any rock flowers in my area or local fish shops, but I will see what I can do. It's been quite a tough month because both my tanks are going through ugly phases for various reasons. My larger tank is going through dinos and this smaller tank has diatoms and cyano, so I guess I have the trifecta. But as per reef keeping, I always know not to lose heart and just ride out these bumps. So yeah, I think that's all the updates I have in this tank. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. With that, I think I will end my video right here. Thank you for watching, stay safe, love your tank, till next time, see ya.